I want to talk about my Polymer 80 build I did. I was going after a custom Faxon Fx 19. So I built this with assembled all the pieces, and the total price that I got for this was $1,355. So almost as much as 3 Glock 19s. But if you're looking at customizing and making a Gucci Glock, you're going to find out it's pretty expensive. So that price includes the $242 Holosun 507C that I bought from Optic's Planet. Now, I built this in Christmas 2019, so a few months ago, five months ago now. And at the time, the FX19 was $1,500 and retailing for $50 less than that. And that was a good price for a Gucci Glock. That Salient Arms International is $2,400 that I showed at the very beginning of the video. These guns are very expensive, rightfully, unrightfully so, whatever you want to decide. Right now, Faxon is selling that gun, that same gun, the $1,500 for $1,190, which would be about $1,250 with tax. So with the $250 or $200 optic, it'd be back up to $1,500. The other thing that I didn't like about the FX19 and why I went my way, the DIY way, was I wanted a silver barrel to show off the window ports. I didn't exactly like the red safety on the trigger. I kind of could take it or leave it. I thought that was too much for me. And so I basically wanted a different barrel, and I wanted to have the optic be a part of that price. And I accomplished that. And the Polymer 80 build was pretty fun. It actually took quite a bit of work, so you've got to be prepared for that, for deciding all the different pieces that you want. What I ended up doing was buying it from the Glock store, Armor Ally, for the Polymer 80, which is still in stock right now if you look, for $160. I got mine for $119 at the time. And the rest of the stuff I ordered from Brownells and Optic's Planet. I bought that Lantac 9 barrel. That was a big purchase for $242 from Optic's Planet. And Apex Action Enhancement trigger. The FX19 had the Overwatch Precision, which didn't rate quite as highly on YouTube. Most people like the Apex Enhancement trigger a little bit better. And the break, everything, it's pretty nice for a Glock. It's not a 1911. It's better. I think it's pretty nice. So I bought a complete slide parts kit. Everything was stocked there. For the lower parts kit, I bought all the lower parts separately because I wanted a 6-pound competition trigger spring. I wanted a Ghost 3.5 connector. I wanted the Apex Enhancement trigger. And I wanted the Ghost slide stop lever, extended slide stop lever. You don't need to buy an extended mag release because the Polymer 80 is recessed and the stock one works perfect. It looks extended when being stock because it's recessed. If you're going to build a Polymer 80, go look up the Marine Gun Builder. I'll link the description. And I watched several of his tutorials. The guy seems to have built hundreds of these. He knows everything about it. So he tells you to do certain key things to make the gun function better. Main thing I had to do was clip the slide lock spring. It was sticking up just too high, and it was catching the recoil spring, and it was causing it to not go fully into battery, and it was causing light primer strikes. After I went to the range, I polished all the slide components, and just in case the striker wasn't hitting hard enough, I polished everything. Other thing he tells you to do is deburr and polish the rear rails to the Polymer 80. So I'll link the key videos that were helpful in building my Polymer 80. But if you're looking at buying an off-the-shelf custom Glock that looks like a Gucci Glock, Faxon's FX19 at $1,190 before tax and shipping, and that's a good price for a really expensive Glock. Again, it's about the price of 3 Glocks, but I would argue that it's cooler than 3 Glocks, and I didn't want a custom Glock.